There is kind of a spoiler, but not really. I'm just going to explain something that's going on. When Blue Beetle first gets his attachment to Jaime, the Beetle is testing out the suit.
Right.
So going through the city at one point,
Sure.
flying through the city right before he crashes into a car. I think he was testing the acceleration of the suit at the time.
Sure. Yep.
There is a seemingly random individual that they focus on for a solid like 45 seconds. I don't know why, but just stick with me. I know I'm obsessed and I know I've mentioned it a lot, but there's a guy standing by himself on the sidewalk that is looking around because he hears a sound. He is a young black man with dreadlocks and they're about shoulder length. I wanted to stop and rewind, which frustrated me that I wanted to stop and rewind because I couldn't remember what was on his shirt. I want to kind of go see it again just to see what was on his shirt. I'm assuming it has something to do with like his either the school he goes to or maybe that he's interested in electrical things, because when I saw that, I was stuck thinking about Static Shock, not even paying attention to the movie for 5 minutes. I want that to be Static Shock.
Yeah, you got me thinking now. You sparked the interest. So Blue Beetle, 22, probably right around the age of like what Kate Bishop is. I think Kate Bishop's like 24 or something like that. And Kate Bishop is rumored to like lead a young Avengers. So I got Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, who's 22. You know that in The Brave and the Bold, which is going to be a Batman movie, that Robin is going to be a part of that movie. So now you kind of have this like younger, and if Static Shock, I know James Gunn has said in the past that some of these like kind of off the ball heroes that DC does own, we're going to try to get them their light of day. You could have like a Blue Beetle and Static Shock and Robin. You could have that,
and you could definitely have, so in the show for Static Shock, it's radiation that gives him his powers. It's a radiation explosion that gives a bunch of these young people different powers, both villains and heroes. You could definitely have maybe an energy explosion as he went by, alien technology, energy maybe fuse with him a little bit, and maybe
it could be a kind of like a weird thing, kind of like how mutants have different reactions to different stresses put on them. But
so I'm just saying, when that happened, I like tensed up and I wanted to say something to you in the theater, but I was like, I don't want to talk in the theater, but I was like getting all nervous. I was like, I just swore it was him. I was like, that had to be. And they focused on, it was either a side character that got paid a little bit extra because he had some extra screen time, or they focused on him just be like, let's see if anybody pays attention. I'm just gonna say that was Static Shock. That was him right there.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
They mentioned the other heroes. We know it's part of the universe. We know it's important. Huge Static Shock fan in me goes, because we talked about this in the past. When James Gunn became the head of DC and mentioned that they were scrapping a lot of the ideas that were currently under development, they didn't mention Michael B. Jordan Static Shock. They said they were considering it, that
some of these off the ball like kind of none of the big ones, I guess, in DC. They're thinking about bringing those to light, and I think that's a brilliant idea, just because you've seen Marvel do it with some of these no-name characters, and they're like great success too. Yes, so yeah, and I'm 100% for it. And you could even have like maybe even his story, like he sees Blue Beetle and you go directly like his point of view of that entire shot, like in a future thing. It may not even be his origin, but like it could just be he's like, oh, that's kind of what inspired me to like do good.